Hey guys, what's going on? Super Cool Isaac here. We got some more Ghost gameplay for you guys here today. What you're going to be watching in the background is a 35-7 game of Team Deathmatch with the ACOG L115. And they do a pretty good job, I think, of mixing up, quick scoping, hard scoping, traditional sniping, whatever you want to call it. And I'm playing very, very aggressive for the most part. Some nice shots, picking people off in windows down the middle of the street and doing stuff like that. But for the most part, it's very, very aggressive sniping. I think I start off the game on a 20 kill streak, counting gun kills, so I think I was probably at about a 16 or 17 towards the KEM strike, and I got killed in kind of a BS way, and it was kind of irritating, but you guys will see that, and I'll kind of mention it as it gets there. But what I wanted to talk about as far as the commentary part of this video, I wanted to talk about ways to improve at not Black Ops 2, at Call of Duty Ghosts, because I know a lot of people have been struggling with the game. They're still struggling to adapt because it's a very different game from Black Ops 2. It's much slower, and you have to be a little more smart about the way you move around the map and stuff. So I figured I would go over some tips, some things that I could recommend that you guys do or try to improve your game. Some of the things obviously I can't teach, like spawns and controlling recoil and all this other random little tiny stuff that you have to kind of learn as you play. But I think I have a couple things that'll help you guys out rather quickly. The number one thing that I notice with people when they say that they're struggling is that their sensitivity is way too high. You see people, maybe they're watching PC players who are playing on max sensitivity, whatever the thing is, but I promise you that having a lower sensitivity will significantly improve your aim. Unless you're able to maintain like a 25-ish accuracy on like 15, then by all means stick with it. If you can control it and you can turn on people and you can keep your shots on target, then by all means go for it, have a blast. But for the most part, it's just not practical. I promise you, lower shots will help, or lower accuracy will help your shot at long range significantly. There's no real need to turn on people in this game because you die so fast just because of the way the hit detection is and all that stuff. So having precise shots will help a lot more than being able to turn on somebody once every 2 or 3 games, I guarantee you. Number two thing is, these are my two pretty much mandatory perks for this game if you're playing public matches. I would say focus, always. Toughness was that way in Black Ops 2, it was that perk, it was the perk that you had to have, otherwise you're at a significant disadvantage. And then number two thing would be, I would say amplify. Until they fix it at least so that dead silence counters it. This is my BS death. Look at this. This is the ARX. It's statistically the weakest AR in the game, and he kills me in 3 to 4 shots through a tank. But it's kind of irritating. Anyways, that's not the point. I would say use amplify, because the way that the spawns are working right now at this stage in the game, they're still being ironed out. They still have some issues. Everybody else is using amplify pretty much. I mean, you probably run into 2 or 3 amplify users per game that you play, and I know it's irritating as hell because they get like a little mini UAV as far as the sound goes within like 20 feet, and it's really annoying. So if you have any kind of sound that you play with, even just game volume out of your TV, I would recommend using it. It will improve your game a ton. It's really cheap, and you kind of have to use it at this point just because so many people are using it. My number 3 thing would be use support. If you're not a great player and you can't string together, 5+ kills for an assault streak, or you can't get to your specialist bonus at least once a game, which is like an 8 to 10 streak, I would say use support. Those streaks are very beneficial not only for you but for the team, and they're a good way to contribute even when you are struggling and still learning the game. My number 4 thing would be play smart. I know a lot of people are saying that the maps are a lot bigger, so you have to play slow. I think that that's a very wrong misconception, I guess. There are certainly times where it's better to play slow, but there are also certain maps where you can flank very, very well. There are maps like Chasm and Flooded and Strike Zone and several other really rather small maps for the most part. They're not wide open like Prison Break or Whiteout, where you can flank very, very well, and usually that's actually the more effective way to do it, to play the map. So I'm just going to say play smart. You have to kind of learn when to play aggressive and when to play a little more passive and take your time approaching enemies and stuff like that, and when you can just afford to just run right in there and do whatever you can. The next thing would be pick and choose gunfights. Assault rifles, LMGs, and snipers dominate this game because the game, for the most part, is very long range. There are some close range parts of the map, obviously, but for the most part, It's long range, and you have to learn when, if you have an SMG and somebody else is far away, don't even challenge it. It's going to take you 5, 6, 7 shots to kill, and they can probably kill you in 3 to 4. It's not worth challenging that. I have a few other smaller ones, but I'm going to kind of leave those out because the gameplay is running out. So if you guys want me to make another one with some more suggestions, I can certainly do that. But for now, I think I covered the main ones. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know if you use any of these, if these help you at all. And I hope you guys have a nice day. I'll talk to you guys a little later. Bye-bye.